All right, a health alert for you right now. March marks Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and the Christ Hospital Health Network has new technology to help you if you are a patient there. We're so glad to have Dr. Janice Rafferty here this morning talking more about robotic surgery helping colon cancer patients recover faster. Dr. Rafferty, great to have you on here because sometimes the procedure is quick, but the recovery can be pretty long for patients depending on what had to be done. So how are robots helping us out?
Well, it's amazing how robots can help patients recover more quickly. We use a combination of things to help patients recover more quickly with less nausea, less pain, smaller incisions, and shorter hospital stay. And the robot is a big part of that because we can make small incisions. You know, back in the old days, we had to make big incisions to take tumors out. Now we can do it through small incisions, and the patients, you know, by the next day are on a regular diet, and they're up ambulating, and the vast majority of patients go home the day after a colon operation today.
Wow, that's major. I remember hearing about my grandmother who died very, very young, 33, of adrenal cancer.
Wow.
But she would go to Johns Hopkins every year, and they would have to cut her open, basically, take out something, close her back up. And I thought they always believed that the bigger the incision, you know, the cancer was getting air and oxygen, and it would just take off. Is there any truth to that? And is that helpful now that we don't have to make those big incisions?
You know, I think that's an old wives' tale, letting the air in makes the cancer bad. But back in the old days, we didn't have great ways to image, CAT scan, MRI, PET scans, those sorts of things. And so opening people up was the best way to see. And by that time, oftentimes,
it was too late.
It was a little too late.
But now we have so many good diagnostic tools. You guys are using the Da Vinci. Are the incisions just the tiny little, you know, you're getting in there with a little laparoscopy and you're right in?
That's right. So with the robot, for colon operations at least, we use a total of 5 arms, 8mm incisions, and one 12mm incision. And then we have to make a little extraction site because we don't have a way to beam that piece of colon out like Mr. Spock.
Absolutely.
Right. So we still have to make a tiny incision to actually extract the tumor. But we use long-acting local anesthesia to numb up all of those scars so patients wake up essentially in no pain. And then they go to the floor after that. They get a cheeseburger for dinner, and the next day they go home. It's amazing.
Wow. And even after having that kind of work done on the colon, you can still have a cheeseburger. That, to me, is amazing.
You can still have a cheeseburger. You know, we usually recommend you start off with something maybe a little less greasy, but
I'm thinking like soft foods, like apples and like, you know, applesauce and bananas, things like that. But I mean, times have really changed.
They really have. And you know, I trained in the old days when we made the big incisions, and patients were flat on their back with, you know, a nasogastric tube and not moving for a week or two. Our average length of stay now after robotic colon surgery is 1.9 days.
That's unbelievable how things have changed so much.
Yep. And the average length of stay after a traditional open operation is 9 days. So if you think about the difference in what that technology has done, and I will tell you, I wish I could show you a video of how amazing the visualization is with the robot. It's 3D visualization, and we're, by the way, sitting right next to the patient.
Yes.
Where I'm not sitting at home in my living room with a cup of coffee working a robot. I'm sitting about 5 feet from the patient working the robot arms, and the visualization is amazing. In fact, I think, and the residents that I train say, that the planes are much more easily seen when they're looking through the robotic camera. You know, when we would make big incisions, it's kind of hard to get 2 heads in there to see, you know, the planes clearly. I could see them clearly. But I think with the robot, with the 3D visualization, it's truly amazing. It would be great to be able to have a video to show you, but I don't think we have that today.
Well, maybe we can do it another time. Always good to have you guys on.
Thank you.
Get more information from the Christ Hospital Health Network because you guys are doing great work there and life-saving work too. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Awesome.